So we talked about Tank in the business now. There's talk that he could be leaving Mayweather Promotions. He said he was to Brian Custer that this is his last fight.
Everybody missing, he's leaving. It's business.
Right, for
If
sure.
it's good business, we're gonna do what? Business.
For sure.
We're not leaving each other. It's just not on contract.
And he's doing it as an exhibition.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
Also
like
money.
But I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Calvin Ford has just publicly cut ties with Floyd Mayweather after his recent bankruptcy. Yeah, Ford is exposing Mayweather and his money problems, claiming that his recent $402 million investment was nothing but a scam. Now, Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to making headlines. Whether it's a flex on Instagram, a new exhibition fight in some exotic country, or a late-night shopping spree with a suitcase of cash, the man breathes attention.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account. And when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling. Yeah. My tax attorney said,
But in 2025, the headlines ain't looking so glossy. This time, it ain't about undefeated records or million-dollar watches. This time, it's about betrayal, broken trust, and a $402 million real estate scandal that's cracking Floyd's empire from the inside. And Calvin Ford is officially done defending him. And it's not just about money. This is decades of tension, silent beef, and backdoor betrayals finally boiling over. Let's break it down.
I said, shit, 'cause I wired over like 20 something in.
Right, make sure you had it.
Yeah, wired that in. Paid the 18, the suite. Cause when
It all started when Floyd proudly paraded a $402 million investment deal in Upper Manhattan. He scooped up more than 1,000 affordable housing units across 60-plus buildings, partnering with Black Spruce Management.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
According to Floyd, this was deeply personal, a reflection of his journey from poverty to billionaire mogul. He told stories about living 7 deep in a one-bedroom apartment in New Brunswick, New Jersey. The media spun it as another Mayweather masterstroke, silencing rumors of him being broke, proving the haters wrong once again. But that's not the whole truth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
you know, point like this because all of you see me right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. All this money names. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Behind the glitz, that deal was shaky from the start. Internal documents leaked in early April revealed inflated asset values, hidden liabilities, and a questionable stake transfer that suggested Floyd may have over-leveraged the purchase. Badly.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that He's spending 402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Then came the feds. Floyd was quietly detained in Dubai last month during a routine stop at the airport, but sources later confirmed it had everything to do with U.S. authorities flagging the real estate portfolio. This wasn't just about the housing deal. This was about laundering money through real estate, about unpaid taxes, and about connections to other ongoing investigations. And Calvin Ford, he's had enough. In a bold move that stunned the boxing world, Calvin made it public. He's officially severing ties with Floyd Mayweather and everything attached to his name. During an emotionally charged podcast interview, Ford said, "This ain't about business anymore. This is about principle. I stood by Floyd through years of drama, years of flash, but I won't be a pawn in this anymore." That might sound dramatic, but for those who know the history, this was a long time coming. Let's rewind the clock. Before the Lamborghinis and iced-out chains, before Money Mayweather was born, there was Pretty Boy Floyd, a hungry fighter with a chip on his shoulder.
Did it the hard way. You know, I'm a kid that came from poverty. I can remember being a kid living in Jersey with my mother. 7 of us living in a 1-bedroom. You know, no lights, no heat. Never cried, never complained. Just worked hard to get to where I got to in life. It's been hard work.
And in those early days, there was mutual respect between Floyd and Calvin. Both men came from struggle. Both knew what it meant to raise young black men in America and carve out a future. Floyd's relationship with Calvin grew stronger once Gervonta Davis entered the picture. Calvin raised Tank like a son. From the gritty gyms in Baltimore to the bright lights of Vegas, he molded Davis into the knockout machine we know today.
For us. I always try to tell Tank, don't chase the money, chase the greatness. He's starting to come around. Money
I know he's starting to listen to what you gotta say.
And the champion that I think Tank gonna be, he's gonna be the champion of you. For the youth.
Because the little kids like
They love him.
7, 8 years old, like
They love him. They love him.
The manager of the Barclays, his son loved Tank.
They love him. They love him. They love him. Sam,
You did a
thank
great
you for
job,
all the
baby.
years, man.
Hey, man.
But Floyd? Floyd saw Tank as the next golden goose. He plastered him all over Mayweather Promotions, promised him the world, and even said Tank would carry the torch once he retired. But Floyd being Floyd, the support came with strings attached. It started with the ego. Floyd would hijack press conferences, talk more than Tank after big wins, and post flashy mentor pics on Instagram like he was the one doing the training. Calvin, always the quiet storm, swallowed it for Tank. But behind the scenes, he wasn't happy. The cracks got deeper when Floyd started scheduling exhibition fights on the same weekends as Tank's bouts. Calvin saw it as a sign of disrespect.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we said what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's gonna rebuild itself. You know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said this is the true colors of a person who's coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is it. I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
Then came the final straw, the betrayal. When word got out that Floyd had asked Calvin to help him prep for a surprise exhibition bout overseas, just weeks before Tank's headline fight with Lamont Roach, it shattered everything. Tank was livid, Calvin was torn, and eventually he picked a side.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? It don't make no fucking sense. You don't never want to see nobody do better than him. I'm telling you. You know that's line. This is what next in line. Is there like the last question I was gonna wrap here? Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
He stuck with Tank. That created a silent war between Calvin and Floyd. And now, with this $402 million scandal unfolding, Calvin's cutting the cord. He's done being polite, done playing the loyal soldier while Floyd's drowning in scandals and dragging everyone with him.
Why is it? Why not? I mean, everything you got don't cost money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'll be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
He told us that money was power, that money was respect, that money never lies. He flexed private jets, seven-figure watches, and duffel bags stuffed with cash. And for years, we bought it. But now? That same obsession with wealth is what's unraveling him.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know, and I don't really care. I just want my money.
The feds have been knocking at his door for months, not just over the Manhattan housing deal, but about other suspicious transactions involving foreign cash. That Dubai detainment? It wasn't a coincidence. Floyd's recent trips overseas have caught attention due to multiple shell companies registered in his name. Companies allegedly linked to real estate development and consulting that don't seem to exist beyond paperwork.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
And now, insiders are saying that parts of that $402 million deal might have been fronted by private investors expecting a return Floyd couldn't promise. That's why Calvin's speaking up now. He's trying to distance himself before the collapse becomes public. And make no mistake, it's coming. And where does Tank stand in all this? Tank's been unusually quiet, but anyone watching closely can see it. He's been subtly rebranding. Less Mayweather promotions, more independence. He's been getting closer to Derek James, ironically, the same man who trained Frank Martin against him. It's symbolic. It shows Tank's ready to leave the shadow.
WBA rules for your fighter Frank Martin to 10 pounds, 300 grams.
I don't know. It's what the IBF do already anyway, so it doesn't matter to me, you know. It's not a big deal to me. I'm not I don't know, man. You know.
Hey man, if he can come back, you can come back.
I'm not coming back for nothing. I'm getting ready to get out of boxing. I'm getting out pretty soon. 2-3 years I'm gone.
All right, Derek.
Calvin's move just sealed it. The Floyd-Tank-Calvin triangle? It's over. Floyd's fall is poetic in a way. A man who bragged about never losing, now being outed by one of the few people who truly had his back. Calvin didn't just walk away, he walked away with a message. Floyd built an empire on showing off. But real wealth doesn't need to be flaunted, and real loyalty doesn't have a price tag.
If Floyd Mayweather step away from the sport and say he retired, and then I do exhibitions and I do other things, while he's hurting for money. Look, I got a lot of problems. Money ain't one of my problems.
People are now questioning if Floyd's entire legacy is built on smoke and mirrors. His exhibitions, easy money grabs. His real estate moves, shady. His relationship with the fighters he supposedly mentors, all about leverage and optics.
Floyd, man, you got everything. You got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses. How much is that watch, man? I gotta ask, man.
Oh, that's 18 million.
18 million? That motherfucker do look like a chandelier, though. And how much was the goddamn necklace?
He said just 5 million.
The crazy part? This is only the beginning. Insiders say more lawsuits are brewing. That same $402 million investment deal Floyd used to silence broke rumors might be the very deal that bankrupts him in reality.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
And if more people like Calvin start speaking out, that armor Floyd's built for decades, the flashy, untouchable, unbeatable image, it's gonna shatter completely.
You'll see reports. You mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's
He
bullshit?
makes very good money because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
And look, love him or hate him, Floyd Mayweather changed boxing. He mastered the business. He made the bag bigger. But now, the very thing he worshipped, the money, might be the thing that buries him. Calvin Ford saw the writing on the wall. And instead of going down with the ship, he finally chose peace. He chose loyalty to Tank over loyalty to Flash. He chose integrity over image. And he's not looking back. So, to Floyd, maybe it's time to really reflect. Not on how many cars are in the garage or how many commas are in the bank, but on how many real ones are still left in your corner. Because when Calvin Ford walks away from you, that says everything. And there you have it. Calvin Ford just publicly slammed the door shut on Floyd Mayweather and didn't even bother looking back. After years of standing in the same corner, fighting the same fight, and riding through boxing's wildest storms together. This final break wasn't just about a misunderstanding. It was about betrayal. It was about silence when truth needed to be spoken. And it was about money, the very thing Floyd Mayweather has always worshipped like a god. Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Calvin Ford made the right move by cutting ties with Floyd? Is this the beginning of the end for Mayweather's legacy? Or is this just another twist in the never-ending saga that is boxing's most dramatic triangle? If you're still here, make sure you hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. I'll see you in the next video.